Hello, my name is Lucas. This is Bit of Lit, and I have been tagged in the Moody Book Tag by Sean, the God Empress of Bailing, the Book Maniac, to do this tag. And I have been away from BookTube for a while because I've not been in a good mood, and I figured this is the perfect tag to come back to. Number 1. Do you consider yourself a mood reader? Yeah, I didn't read for the past 2 weeks because I was depressed, so yeah. And when I'm angry, I don't read. And when I'm upset in some other way, I don't read. I generally just read when I'm in a good mood, or I feel fine. Or I'm really curious about something, I guess. But if I'm really curious about something, I'm probably in a good mood, so. Number 2, do you set to-be-read lists, and do you stick to them? No, I do not, but I do stick to the books I plan to read, unless another book comes up that interests me more in the moment, then I will set some book off a little bit more. Hopefully not to be forgotten. So, yes and no. Mostly no, but yes. Number 3, do books affect you emotionally? Yes. Fiction, not really. It can. But what really does affect me emotionally are biography or history books, nonfiction, generally speaking. Not really memoirs, I don't know why. But, yeah, they can affect me emotionally, particularly nonfiction. And does the mood of a book rub off on you? I don't think so. I mean, they can affect me emotionally, yes, but I can usually bounce right back and be fine, even if I'm reading something that is tragic. I will say, though, that when I was reading, I can't remember who wrote it, but Red Famine. And it's about the Holodomor in Ukraine, in the USSR at the time, and the famine involved there. The reading about that, like, stuck with me, and I still think about it sometimes, and just how horrifying and devastating the Holodomor, and how the kulaks, who were these rich, or not rich maybe, but wealthier peasants that had land, were treated, and what the government was trying to do, these kind of things. That is a really affecting, not just bleak, horrifying and bleak book. And that one definitely rubbed off on me. I was not I was not in a good mood after that. I had to read it very slowly, but it was a great book. So, number 4, when you're feeling sad, what do you read? Or do you not read when sad? I don't read when I'm sad. I don't really do anything. I guess I read Twitter mindlessly, because that's what I've been doing. But I don't read anything of any value in any way. Number 5, most often, do you use reading to escape, to learn, or to critically reflect? I don't really do it to escape, I guess, because I'm usually in a good mood. And I feel like you feel sort of lost if you're trying to escape. And I don't read because I feel lost. I mean, maybe that's just how I interpret the question, Maybe there are other reasons people want to escape, to see adventure and whatever else, and kill some dragons or whatever. Or what could it be like if I was in Victorian England or whatever? Dreadful, I'm sure. Dreadful. To learn, sure, I like to read nonfiction. And reading biographies about people really helps me reflect on their times and who they are and what I know about them, and myself in a way. So I guess mostly to learn and to reflect. Number 6, what is a book that made you laugh out loud? Oh, there's quite a few. I don't have one off the top of my head. I would say Me Talk Pretty One Day by David Sedaris, I guess. Um, if I remember right, there's a time he goes to France and he's just had some dental surgery. And I don't he ends up just agreeing to a whole bunch of different things if I remember right. I remember having a good time with that book, but there are a whole bunch of other books that I laugh out loud about, and they can be biographies, or I mean I might laugh because it's genuinely something funny, or like it's just so bleak and dark and whatever else that I don't know what else to do but laugh about it. So, a lot of books. But I'd say maybe Me Talk Pretty One Day by David Sedaris. What is a book that has made you cry? Or if you don't cry, one that really moved you? No book has made me cry. But I would say the book that has moved me the most is probably East of Eden by John Steinbeck. The whole retelling of Adam and Eve twice over, essentially, and how that really comes to play out in the end, and how to forgive and when to forgive and what to forgive and all these kind of things, like just really really moving to me. I really like East of Eden. What is a book that you didn't even know how you felt about? What is a book that you didn't even know how you felt about? I guess it's a book that you just have a lot of mixed feelings about. I don't know. I suppose this is the problem with doing these off the cuff. I don't really prepare answers for tags because I think it's better to do it this way. And now I'm currently stalling so I can go into the internal library in my mind. I would say Ida B. I just read that actually earlier today. It's okay. I read it for work. I probably would have kept not reading, even though I do feel better today, if I didn't have to read it for work. But I've got to talk about it this week, and I've got to talk about a couple other books, which I have already read, thankfully, this week for my classes at work. But yeah, it's about a girl who lives on a farm, has nice land and an apple orchard, and she's homeschooled by her mother, and then her mother gets cancer, and the father sends her to school and starts selling the land to afford, the treatment and stuff, and it's fine. I feel like the beginning is better than the end, but it's really sentimental, overly sentimental, and I like sentimental, and I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. Kind of hate Ida B personally, but I also think, she's just a kid going through a traumatic experience, and there's some okay ways. The way it's written, I think, is not very good, but the author does an okay job of trying to show this tumultuous, this kind of emotional turmoil that a young girl would go through in this kind of situation. So I don't know. It's fine. I don't really know what to think about it. Number 9, are you more likely to read on a sunny day or a cloudy day? I will read on any day. I like cloudy days more. I hate the sun. But I will read on any day. So just have to be in a good mood, I suppose. You usually set the mood when you read. Music, lights, smell. This is not a performance. It's reading. I just read a book. etc., by the way. And number 11, can you leap from book to book, or do you need buffer time between them? I can leap from book to book. I suppose I can read one book and then start reading another book, but I tend to give myself some time to think about that book. So that's that. That has been the tag. I will tag. Let me make sure. I don't know who has done this, and I don't know who has been tagged. I'll tag a few people, though. Of course, Mr. Nothing from Around the Weird. He's got to do it. And maybe Noah from Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse. I've already tagged him. He's probably got a little backlog. Maybe he's already done this. I haven't really watched BookTube in quite some time, so I don't know. But yeah, that's it. Goodbye.